I mean, he's got box office superstardom written all over him.
Oh! A jawbreaker! A human highlight reel!
Ball with no limit, man. Ball with no limit.
My goodness!
Ja Morant, ball in his hands.
Oh, Ja Morant!
Ball with no limit, yeah.
Call 12.
Might Ja Morant be on the move? Well, he started the season slowly. He dealt with some injuries, some instability with his role, but he started to turn it around over the last couple of months. And even with that, the landscape in Memphis, it has changed. They've pivoted in direction. They traded Jaren Jackson Jr. and seem to be shifting a little bit younger, maybe even towards a rebuild. So let's welcome Janae Agumake into the desk here for our trade deadline special.
Hey, girl.
My golf clubs. Yeah, Kenny's always bringing the golf clubs here. Brian, I mean, is there what's the value for Ja Morant around the league right now?
Well, something that McMahon just said there, my gosh, the idea that a team wouldn't just want Ja, but would actually want a draft pick in addition to Ja. And I think that's because the $87 million that he is owed after this season over the next 2 years, I think this is an incredible buy low opportunity in terms of what you'd have to trade for him. But the problem is it no longer becomes a low price when you owe him the $87 million. And so you look at a team like the Bucks. The Bucks are a team that has been desperate to find people to put next to Giannis. And if they think about trying to trade for Ja, it's like, okay, but if Giannis still wants to leave, now you're stuck with that $87 million and you're starting to rebuild. So if his contract was just a year shorter,
as opposed to a couple of years he has left,
he would have gotten traded weeks ago.
Okay.
But if he's going to get traded at some point, whether it's in the next hour or whether it's this summer, and he's going to have an opportunity. Somebody's going to get a great opportunity. I don't know if he's going to take advantage of it, but there's going to be an opportunity for somebody with Ja.
But it seems like that's the disconnect, right? It seems like the value of Ja Morant at his peak, there's immense value there, and yet the around the league, people aren't jumping.
Yeah, I'm not going to lie. This situation really makes me sick because there are a lot of people that are fans of Ja Morant. He is box office. Everyone knows his talent is through the roof, his athleticism, but there are questions about his sustainability on the court. He's only played 37% of the last 3 seasons, which is not great, and also the fit. Because when you're someone that athletic, right, you have to show that you can expand your game. And I do believe that the system that the Grizzlies had, the change that they had, did not benefit his game at all. Knocking down outside shots, absolutely need a 3 as a guard in the NBA. And these are areas of growth for him. But nonetheless, you can't keep him in front. You can't keep him downhill from getting downhill. Those are his strengths. So I do think it's a tough situation overall, and you hate to see it because this is a guy that people want to see in prime time.
Go ahead.
Well, I mean, if we can honestly speak, Ja Morant trade value and everything that's happened after his off-court incidents. So after the suspension, now you're not working out with the team. Now you're prone to injuries. All of that comes from the stem of what happened off the court. And that is also the reason why, with his talent, people are apprehensive to say, well, we should make this move with him having max dollars. His talent is undeniable. LeBron James wasn't the greatest three-point shooter. He got downhill and he's able to dunk on people, and Ja Morant is the mini version of that. It does not matter. People are worried if they also trade for him, his sustainability off the court as well as on the court. So now he has two-edged sword that people are worried about, Perk. It's not just one edge. It's both edges of the sword that they're worried about.
I usually joke when I say this little saying, 1 foot in the grave, the other on the banana peel, but I'm dead serious when I say this. That's the situation when it comes down to Ja. He has 1 foot on the grave, the other on the banana peel when it comes down to his career. Ja Morant better wake the hell up, because in 2 years after this contract, he could find himself out the league. It is disturbing to hear that a guy that won, we're talking about former Rookie of the Year, All-NBA player, All-Stars, a guy that was on the verge of being the face of the league, and a team can't trade you. They can't trade you. Nobody wants you. And they're telling teams that, hey, if we get you, y'all gotta put something in there in the first round. It should be the other way around. And if this not a wake-up call for Ja, I don't know what else is going to open his eyes, right? Because you think that your value is high. You think, hey, if Memphis, you're not the place, I'm Ja Morant. Nah, that's not the case no more. And that's when you look at the bigger picture. Forget the fact that they can't trade him. That's one side of it. But we're talking about a guy that's a supermax player that's on the verge of no team wanting him and possibly could be out the league in the next 2 years?
So he missed 37% of his games in the last 3 seasons, Janae.
Yeah, and I love that you're going there because in my heart and my soul, I feel like this is a make or break moment for him no matter what happens because we know what's happening with the Memphis Grizzlies. They're in a rebuild, and wherever he ends up, when that destination is set, that's the opportunity that he has to seize. And you mentioned it. His talent is absolutely undeniable. No one can stop this right here in the NBA. He averaged the 2nd most drives per game over the last 5 seasons. Ja, look at him getting to his bag downhill. This is what he's great at, just exploding. It does not matter if the help defender is there. You see the nice little up and down to finish that shot. But this is what separates him. You mentioned LeBron James, the comp. Well, if he was a guard, it's this guy because we say blocked by James, blocked by Ja. On both ends of the floor, Ja Morant is an absolute game changer. And when things settle down, I do believe that he's had a lot of time to think when he was out there so far. You know, there were high moments, there were low moments, but that is a talent that is capable of transforming a franchise. But that opportunity does not come 1, 2, 3 times in the association. The next one is the most important.
Yeah, I have a saying, like, from a distance, yelling can seem like passion or it can seem like anger. And so what he's doing, the perception of how he's doing is anger, and it gives the wrong perception. He has to also change the way he has his demeanor because then he could lead teams because he has the talent to lead, but to be also a leader and all of those things, your perception has to change when you walk into the building because, yes, the Memphis Grizzlies, at some point, this is going to end. When he goes to his next stop, he has an opportunity to possibly make a team a championship contender because of his talent.
Right.
But now does he have the leadership skills, the ability to bring others, to help others, to bring – those are the things and questions that the great players we never question. We're not questioning those things about Giannis.
Yeah.
Can he lead? Has he no, we never.
Ethic, yeah.
But talent-wise, you were like Ja at one time. You were like Giannis, all of these guys are the same.
But think about it. It took for Luka to get traded for him to actually wake up. No, I'm saying for him to wake up even more for a level of accountability of just addressing his weight and him being in shape.
Yeah.
Right? It took for him to open his eyes. You know what I mean?
Cover of Men's Health.
Yeah.
Well, I think it was
out of shape to be on the cover of Men's Health.
But I think of this season when he said, like, when he was asked about whether or not he still has joy in playing basketball, and he said that he didn't think so. And Ja Morant, when he is joyous, is so much fun to watch. And I think
we all see that Memphis is a full rebuild.
Yeah.
You trade Jaren Jackson Jr., you're basically saying, hey, man, you trade Desmond Baines this offseason, you're basically saying we're in a rebuild. They were publicly saying and actively shopping Ja. Nobody wanted him. Matter of fact, it got so bad that teams were saying, if we're going to make this trade and we take Ja, we need Memphis to attach a first-round pick with him. So I said, and this didn't come from like a malicious type place. This came from like the heart as like a OG speaking to a young fella like, hey, man, this is one of the moments that I'm going to really let you know publicly how I feel, but don't take this in the wrong manner. Hey, bro, look, this is your wake-up call. You got 2 years remaining. This right here is a warning. Like, hey, teams do not want you. This is an accountability moment. In 2 years, you could possibly find yourself out of the NBA if you don't get your shit together. People like, oh, Perk, you won't be. Listen, I said he could possibly find himself out of the NBA. Because as we could see, franchise players are not franchise players no more. Over the last 2 years, how many franchise players we done seen get moved, Allie? Luka.
They're moving franchise players. Like that's what I'm saying.
But I'm saying when we came in, you knew a franchise was a franchise. It was Tim Duncan wasn't getting moved.
If they found their franchise player, he was our franchise player until he had nothing left.
Ever since Luka, though,
it's been crazy. Yeah. So I don't know how y'all feel about my comments about Ja, but it was coming from a real place. I wasn't trying to be with a hot take. No, it was real at the moment.
No, I know I'm with you. And as one of your official translators,
What the fuck that mean?
as one of your official translators, it's more of like saying that you look at what was the Trae Young trade, right?
Mm-hmm.
What was the Anthony Davis trade? There's certain trades you look out there and you're like, okay, what can we get for Ja Morant? And his value to the organization might be greater than what his trade value is. We saw that with Trae Young. Like, there was a lot of conversations about him the last couple of years, right? But his value to the organization as a presence, as a face, is greater than what we could trade, like, for the value that we could get in. If you have a face of your franchise, you should be getting first-round picks. You, like, look at, what they did for Donovan Mitchell. Look at what they did for Rudy Gobert, the amount of trades and assets. Jaren Jackson Jr. And so, but some of these hauls aren't what you would think for some bigger names. But look at Mikal Bridges. Look at what they were able to get for him. Look at what they're, so role players, those really good role players, between 15 and 20 point a game, those guys actually currently have more value in the trade market than the superstar players. You could get more for Mikal Bridges than you were going to get for Trae Young.
The Clippers got more for Zubac than what Dallas got for AD. Think about that for a second. The Clippers got more from Indiana for trading Zubac.
What did they get for? What was the Indiana trade?
Indiana was Zoo there to, I got you, Benedict Mathurin.
Benedict Mathurin is pretty good. We're not going to slouch on him.
Damn right he good.
Yeah. So they got Benedict Mathurin and what? What was the trade? Zubac for.
Can she pull it up?
No, she had it. She was.
Well, that's the main.
No, I'm saying what's.
I'll give you the context of it all.
Oh,
but
okay.
we put the.
Because I didn't know if there's like second round picks, a pick swap, that type stuff.
Benedict Mathurin, Isaiah Jackson, and a conditional 2026 first-round pick, a 2028 second-round pick, and a 2029 first-round pick.
And then what was the AD?
Jesus, you want to know what the AD was?
Yeah.
I looked at that and I was like, holy. When you think of just all the names. So Anthony Davis, Dallas receives, so it's AD, Jaden Hardy, D'Angelo Russell, Dante Exum to Washington. Dallas receives Chris Middleton, AJ Johnson, Branham, Marvin Bagley III, 2 future first-round picks, 3 future second-round picks.
So when you look at its player swaps, because they didn't really get a necessary asset as a player.
They didn't get no picks.
No, they got 2 first rounds.
Who?
They got 2 future first-round picks and 3 future.
Who
Dallas.
did? Dallas?
Yeah. You're right. I still think what you get, like for Zubac, you got an actual player in Benedict Mathurin, right? And then you got, what did they get?
A
first round.
For this year.
Yeah.
Then a first round, I believe, in 2029 in the second round.
2026 first-round pick, a 2028 second-round pick, and a 2029 first-round pick. Okay, I want to know who. Okay, so with all of this said, because we're throwing out a bunch of teams and a bunch of different things.
The point where we're saying is that superstars' values are not exactly what we want.
Go ahead. I'm good.
Are you comfortable?
Yes.
What are you saying?
It's not as high as you would think. So if Ja Morant, you can't get 2 first-round picks, if you can't get 3 first-round picks and a player for Ja Morant, a guy that has a Nike signature shoe that was Rookie of the Year, Most Improved Player, was considering to be the future, one of the future,
NBA.
like one of those guys, and you could just see the value is different. I'm not going to. I can't address the out the league.
No, but
what you're saying is you can make mistakes and you can do things, and his value is in a space where, like, if a player keeps making mistakes, anyone can find themselves out the league.
Yes, but what I'm saying is the part that got me was teams were asking Memphis to attach a pick with Ja. They were asking, so basically they were saying, asking them, and I'm not saying he's not. I said it's trending towards that. And my message to him was like, hey man, at this point where we're at in 2026, don't think that you're bigger than the organization are bigger than the NBA. Just don't take it for granted. Don't think or expect that you're going to be here 5 years down the line. That's not the case no more.
You sat on the 4-hour trade deadline show yesterday, so I'll start with you.
What happened?
That motherfucker was 4 hours.
4-hour trade deadline special.
I missed those.
I want
missed
to know who you thought won.
The trade?
Yeah, trade deadline.
Trade deadline.
New York.
All right, let's go there for Mo from NYC.